CSE degree. I just want to take an interview based on both your personal life and your professional life. So the first question is, being a woman, how do you manage both your personal and also professional life? You might be having kids and all, so how do you manage it? Okay, it's a very good question. Actually, we have a plan, right? Yes. First of all, we have a plan, and second thing is we have an interest. Definitely, easily we can get it, right? For example, best example you can take me. Even I am from Bobli, okay? Morning 7 o'clock I start over there, and I reach here 9 o'clock. And again, if I do that all the work here, again I start 4:30 here. Again I reach 6:30 or 7 o'clock. Yes. Right? Yeah. Maybe if the kids are very infant, it's difficult. If they are going to school, it's okay because they also go to school at 8 o'clock and they come back at 5 or 6 o'clock. It's manageable, right? Yeah. And if anybody like mom, any other parents, if they help us, definitely we can do that. And the other thing, professional and personal life, if you have a little interest to do the things. A few people are very interested to stay at home only. Yeah. Somebody is very interested to do the job. If they go for the job, they have to manage at home. Nothing is required, only plan and interest to maintain the schedule. Yeah. So you have stated that you are from Bobli. So how did you manage your studies? Probably you didn't have very good studies during your childhood. So how did you manage and how did you say like that? You know that Bobli is one of that educated area. Okay. Right? Even it's a small town, but it's an environment, educational institutions, really good. Like you know that one of the best institution in Vijayanagar, MVCR, Maharaja, if you take any other colleges, it's a whole like colleges. Nowadays, like in the decade years, all the new engineering colleges has arrived. But before that, a few reputed colleges. In our Bobli also, we have one of the reputed institution, that is Raja R.S. College. I study my intermediate and degree also with it. And one of the best schools, right? Of course, it's a government school. It's a very best school because we almost we have 6 sections, 6 into 60. 60 class, we have 6 sections. Okay. Each section 60 candidates. Almost 600 candidates or 5 to 600 candidates in one section. 60 standard students, like 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. You just imagine what is the strength of the school. All the great people, they studied in the school. It also belongs to Raja R.S. College and school also. The name of the school is Samasthanam High School. So you've even done your intermediate in that college? No, schooling. Okay. Samasthanam High School and intermediate and graduation also. Okay. These 3 all belongs to one. It's a Rajas. It's a government. It's not a private institution. It's government institution. Very less fee but quality education. So how did you choose this path in particular, teaching professional and that too English in particular? How did you? Here I can see that actually in my degree, in my graduation, really I feel nervous. It's not nervous actually. A few people advise that if you go for any competitive examination, English is very, very important. If you are unable to do the things, because almost 50 marks or 70 marks, we can fail. So on that purpose, I joined one of the tuition center. Right? In that center, that English teacher is very refined teacher. Always he motivated that students. He motivated more number of the students, no doubt in it. Because of that teacher only, even now in the Bobli, almost 20 to 30 candidates, they choose it is the profession for them. So one among them, right? I am also among them. How motivated? If you do this English, definitely you have number of opportunities. You can get into journalism, you can get into profession, or you can go for nursing, writing. Yes, because that is Mr. Ishwara. The name of the teacher is Ishwara. Really has motivated the students like everything. Were there any hurdles during this process throughout your studies and the marriage in between? Were there any hurdles? No, I didn't have any hurdles. I feel very happy. Actually, from the childhood days onwards, now I'm the elder one. So almost my parents like encourage. I don't have any trouble at home. in my graduation, then I was sent to post-graduation, which I studied in Bhimavaram, near Rajmandi Bhimavaram. Yeah. Later, I said that I studied in Raja Arasakara College, intermediate and degree. After my post-graduation, just I joined as a teacher over there. Really, it's very good time to work with my teachers. It's a kind of good experience.
Yeah, like working with the same teachers who have taught you. So, how do you feel choosing Lendi, and have you ever regret this decision of being a teacher?
This is the best question, actually. Of course, as you said, that Gobri is one of the remote area.
Yeah.
It's not an urban area. And after my post-graduation, I worked in Raja Arasakara Rangara College 3 years. After that, I would like to choose the best institution for me. I immediately follow that engineering institution. I heard that we can teach language. So I'm very much interested about language because I love to speak in English. I shifted from degree college, graduation college to engineering college. Then I worked in 3 years, Gokul in engineering and technology. Later, one day, what happened, you know, our Hari sir came to our institution as an external examiner.
Okay.
In 2009, I believe. 2009.
It was way too far.
2009. Because this college was established in 2008. Yeah. So 2009, after exactly a year time, he came, he saw that. And he saw me and he saw one of my other friends also. Then he stated that, why do we here, if you'd like to come to our institution, it's the best for you. You better come, he stated. And also, at the moment we heard about Lendi, it's like it's a miracle, or it's what do you know that? Vibrations. At the time it was established in 2008, and 2009 the vibrations it reached to real throughout the whole region. Vijayanagar, Visakhapatnam, Srikakulam. Surroundings, the vibrations it comes. Everybody is speaking in Lendi. It's Lendi. The students or teachers are very qualified and very disciplined. So after Hari sir comes and he asked that he would like to give an opportunity, immediately I decided myself I would like to work here.
So you've been through since the very beginning of this college.
Yeah.
So how do you feel the experience, like the growth of Lendi? You have been a part of it, and the difference in the students. What's the difference between the first batches and our batch right now?
Really, I joined in 2010 here. For the past almost 7 years, my experience especially with Lendi. It's a good experience. First batches, if you see that first batches, they are also very good. You are also very good. There is no variation, no that. Growth of Lendi is like it's not like tortoise, right? And it's like a rabbit, right? It's a very fast approach, fast growth
Within 10 years span, that
not even 10 years. Like 2010 I joined, I said that it's 2017.
Yeah,
Maybe before 2 years, it's very, we can say that, like the arrow, how it goes, it's fantastic. The students are good, even in earlier days and now also. But one thing I observed that in those days, students were very responsible. Maybe now it's missing, the percentage is little missing. Understand? Not
like
all
they have the
talent. You have talented, but maybe I believe that because of that, parents, it may happen. Because nowadays parents are not giving any opportunity for the teachers, again the corporate schools are, and asking not to take any of the punishment towards my child. Yes. Surely, because everyone, 1 or 2 child, they are pampered like anything else. Because of that they are little irresponsible. They are not individualistic. Right.
So talking about the education system. So the days have changed. Like education is more like by hearting rather than learning the things physically. So what do you think about it?
But for example, if you take any corporate schools, obviously it is happening. And how the people are doing is, they don't know. They know that all that, but they can't give that reason explanation for it. They are come up with the by hearting. If you give the two pages or three pages, they completely by heart till beginning to end with the commas and full stop.
Yeah.
Right? They're not trying to understand it. Really, for example, if you take that the student who is studying in government school, he himself would like to apply the brain. That freedom is given for the student. But whereas the corporate sector, it's not giving the students. So we have to take the change in it.
Initiation.
Then only, obviously, again, the student, he himself put his brain on concentration. Definitely, we can see that lot of change. Otherwise, as usual, like that.
So, I'm sorry for the many questions. So, Abdul Kalam has once stated, like, we should always not be involved, like, purely studies, it shouldn't be done. Once in a while, you should bunk classes, skip classes, have fun. Because by the end of the day, it's all the happy moments that you have done. So, what do you feel about it? Skipping classes, is it good?
It's obviously required. I always encourage that. We can't sit like for the student also. Maybe even you can take that the students who are very good, accurate answers, something he or she feels some kind of refreshment is required. Yes. No doubt at the time you have to bunk the classes, not fully, some.
Skip a class.
You can skip, you can enjoy, that you can keep the memory with you. I don't say that you should not. You can, because we can't, for example, if you take me, I can't do now. Yeah, right? As a student life only we can do. But everything we have some limitations. Right? We have to remember our parents, we have to remember our teachers. We should not cross our limits. Till bunking and going enjoying, that's okay. We should not
Cross the limits.
cross it.
So, lastly, final question. What is your suggestions to the students?
My suggestion for students, especially our Lendi students or any other students,
Everyone, every student right now,
18 is a student should not go like for example, he should not choose his education for the sake of his surveillance.
Yeah, exactly.
He has to feel happy. That's why I always guide the students. If they have good hobbies, they can change them into their professions.
Like, they should have the self-happiness.
Self-happiness. They should be the entrepreneur. Then only he or she can get his own ideas. He can enjoy his life.
Self-content.
So he or she, happiness. We can feel that happiness. Otherwise, we can't do anything.
Yes.
Only for tomorrow, I should be like this. I should be like that. If we have some limitations, if we have some boundaries, we cross it. So I always guide the students. They should be like whatever they feel they have to follow.
To choose happiness instead of money.
Not money. Money
Surveillance.
surveillance. Money is later it will come. If you really would like to do something, you have to do that. Nobody stop. For example, if you take your hobbies, if anybody stop you not doing that, even our parents asking you not do that, we can't.
My mom asked me not to study novels, but I'm too addicted to them.
It's your hobby.
Yeah.
After you can change into your profession. Once if you read the novels, later you can write the novels.
Yes.
Right?
I write poems and all.
That's very interesting. Very few candidates only they do that. That it gives a lot of pleasure, enjoyment. That's it.
I mean, finally, I'm sorry. So, how was the interview? How did you feel?
I feel very happy. And actually, I encourage most students came to me that I encourage them. You better take the interview from the outsiders.
Okay.
And almost we have an association with the teachers. But it's okay first time. But next time, better do the interview from the outsiders.
Okay.
Then only you can know that all the troubles. You can we want some exposure. That's why we are guiding the students to take interview. You can take any of that, like your friend, your neighbor, any of the relations. That's very better.
Okay.
Teachers as usual, we have 24 hours here and there. You are coming, I am speaking.